Well, turning now to the Las Vegas massacre, tonight we are getting new insight into the mind of the killer.
An executive casino host describes the shooter, Stephen Paddock, as an analytical gambler who would try to identify the video poker machines most likely to provide big payoffs. He says the 64-year-old was also known to stare at people and had a God complex. Meanwhile, tonight investigators are looking into whether Paddock scoped out bigger music festivals in Vegas, Chicago, and possibly Boston before choosing Sunday's event. Officials in Chicago say they're now beefing up security for the upcoming Chicago Marathon in the wake of the massacre.
Well, of course, the attack in Vegas has sparked a renewed national debate over gun control. And tonight, there is a surprising shift as many Democrats, Republicans, and even the National Rifle Association seem to agree on something.
How about that? Fox 5 anchor Tom Hayes is here now. Tom, we're talking about the debate over these bump stocks that most of us had never even heard about before.
That's right, Russ and Sine. There actually may be bipartisan agreement on a certain aspect of gun control, specifically those bump stocks that we've been hearing so much about are the add-on devices that make semi-automatic weapons more dangerous. In the aftermath of the Vegas massacre, members of both parties now are looking to take action. Those lawmakers are backing restrictions on bump stocks, but one House conservative isn't sold on legislation targeting the add-ons, although top House Republicans and the NRA have opened the door to a legislative response.
Apparently this allows you to take a semi-automatic, turn it into fully automatic, so clearly that's something we need to look into.
The Congress can do more than send thoughts and prayers after these tragedies. And even though this is a relatively minor adjustment, if we could act in concert, I think it would be a great signal to the country.
Even White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders says that the president is listening. The NRA even coming out today saying it believes the bump stocks, quote, should be subject to additional regulations.
They've got the equipment, they've got the training. They're to go in immediately and neutralize that threat.
It's a new approach, and it's designed to save as many lives as possible. Instead of waiting for backup, Atlanta police are learning to take out threats as fast as possible.
Yeah, today the department held a drill to prepare for a mass assault situation, and Fox 5's Morse Diggs was there.
Well, like the Nevada City, we have a lot of skyscrapers in Atlanta, and we frequently have large public gatherings. While the APD training we're about to show you was well underway before the weekend, the commanders here are incorporating some lessons from that tragedy.
We pick up danger areas, we hold them, deal with this guy, suck it back, and keep doing what we got to do.
These are not SWAT officers, but the drills these patrol officers are trying to master could be a bridge to safety before the highly trained SWAT gets on scene. The Atlanta Department is taking the active shooter defense concept to an additional level.
So we wanted a more active, quick response.
Moving. They want to train and distribute enough tactical officers throughout every zone of the city because no one can predict where a mass casualty incident might erupt. Law enforcement in Nevada will produce what's called an after-action report. Here, the commanders taking these patrol officers through their paces will incorporate some lessons from the Las Vegas tragedy.
One of the things that we're learning from Vegas is that we don't just want to concentrate on the horizontal part of safety, but we also want to look vertically. So we want to make sure that all avenues, up and down, are covered.
Poetry in motion, poetry in motion.
And what we're showing you is fundamentally different from the way APD has operated in the past.
Move! Evaluate the scene, make sure that they go after the immediate threat, which is that active shooter. In past training, we've always kind of formed up at the beginning to try to come up with hasty teams to go in and do the. Now we're training these officers. They've got the equipment, they've got the training. They're to go in immediately and neutralize that threat to reduce the number of lives lost.
Now, all the officers, they're getting the high-powered weapons and the basic medical equipment they will have on hand should it be needed to save someone's life. The program is voluntary, but from City Hall, there is an incentive. If they pass the program, they'll get a bump in their paychecks. Reporting from Midtown, I'm Morse Diggs, Fox 5 News.